production costs anywhere from $5 up to $1 million or more if you're looking at Netflix and all that sort of stuff, or movies or huge commercials. But I wanted to break down what are some of the medium costs. So if you were doing a medium production, sort of like not high end, not low end, not the cheapest of the cheap, but like mid-level, what are you looking to spend? So let's talk about it. So mid-level shoot is going to run you about 5 to 10 grand, realistically. Out of that money, a lot of that is going to go to the vendors that you hire. If you're going to spend the money on anyone, I'd spend it on a good DP, because they're going to give you the shots and be able to create the vision that you want. If you're directing it, if not, I'd try and get a DP and a director, because they're really going to bring everything to life. But 5 to 7 grand. What does that look like? Let's break that down. You're going to spend a good $1.5 grand on your DP. You're going to spend another probably $1,000 on your lighting budget. Gaffer is going to run you around $500 as well, give or take. And then a grip, maybe around $200 to $300. Plus then you need your audio. And then if you got catering or anything like that, you can do that for, go to Walmart or something, pick up some stuff. But you're probably looking at spending pretty much all that budget on the vendors. So you got to figure out ways to cut it down. How do you make your profit out of that? How do you not just spend 7 grand, say, and spend it all on location and DP and director and lighting and whatever. A lot of that stuff, geez, is big A squirrel. A lot of that stuff just gets eaten up quickly. And you don't want to cheap out on your DP, because they're the ones that are going to know how to make the thing look good. You could probably cheap out a little bit more on the lighting. Rather than maybe hiring all your lighting, maybe you can bring your own. Maybe you have friends or people that you could, get it on the cheap for. And a lot of time you can utilize the sun outdoors, utilize the natural lighting within a space or within your outdoor scenes, and you could just bring like a shade or a bounce or something like that that's going to keep the cost down. When we do our shoots, I work for a production company and we work in more the medical commercial side of things, and we do a lot of outdoor like scenes, kind of just like this, where we're walking through a forest. What we spend the money on is the DP. We maybe bring a shade to keep the sun off the talent or the DP so that he can see the screen that he's working with or stuff like that. But we're not really utilizing a lot in the outdoor scenes. We're normally utilizing all of that in our interviews, on the indoor stuff, making sure that the house seems lit. It's crazy how much lighting and how much detail goes into making a house look lit properly, look like a place that you would want to film in. That's a whole nother story. But there's ways to cut it down, and I think one of the easy ways to do that, especially in that mid-level area where you're looking, you want to take some money home, you still want to bring in some profit, is cut down a little bit on the lighting. Your audio and the story that you tell are going to be like key factors in making sure your commercial looks good and the client likes what they're doing. And the DP that knows the lighting, how to get the best out of the environment that they're in, that comes in clutch. I don't know how many times we've walked into an Airbnb and it's been like a dump of a place, thinking that it's going to be great. And we're like, dude, I don't know if we can shoot in this. And then we've just got some really good DPs that I've worked with, and they'll come in and, yep, this light goes over here and we'll add some highlight there and we'll use this tube over here. And you look back at the shot and you're like, dude, this place looks like a different house. So if you get a good DP, they're really, really, really going to make sure what you're shooting looks the best that it can. But look, a mid-level shoot, you're looking around 7 to 10 grand. That sounds like a lot of money, but it really, really isn't. You will burn through that like you didn't even realize. Don't forget to pay yourself as well. I know it's easy to just keep budget for other people and whatever and make it the best that it can be and, make sure everyone's fed and paid well and what. Yes, that is very important for sure. But find a way to make that budget work so you get something out of it too. Too often I see so many people, and even I did it at the beginning, where you just try and continue to make the best thing and you take it on as a loss. 5 to 10 grand, that seems like an astronomical amount of money when I first started. But you're going to burn through it, and it's very easy to forget to pay yourself in this and forget to do those things. So find your margins. Find out how much you want to pay yourself out of this. Like, set that aside at the beginning, and then begin to make your budgets from there. So let's recap. 5 to 10 grand is about a mid-level, maybe even a little bit more than that, is about a mid-level shoot. Spend the money on a good DP. Find ways to cut some of the costs back so that you're not eating into your profit and you are also taking something home. And have fun with it, man. Don't get too stressed. Don't get too bent out of shape thinking that it's got to be perfect. This is my make or break. Like, maybe one day, but it's like consistently doing better and consistently getting better are the keys, right? If you've never done it, why are you putting this pressure on yourself to do it perfect or to hit A+ out of the gate? It just doesn't work like that. But have fun with it. Learn. Figure out new things. Try, new shots, new angles. At the end of the day, the client or the business or the whatever, like, they've got a job that they need done. But this is also your job, right? This is also your business. So make sure that you're progressing as much as you can throughout all of this as well. Tune in, hit that subscribe button. Tune in whenever I post another video. I'd love to hear from you. Send me your work. Let me see. A buddy of mine just sent me some of the stuff he's been doing for his company and for a client that he was working with, and I love it. I love it. It pushes me to get better. So hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Leave me a comment. And go out there and kill it. I don't know what this is, but latest.